FirstCare Health Plans Consulting Report. Prepared for FirstCare Health Plans, prepared by myself, Kevin Canon, on this day, May 10th, 2015. The purpose of this report is to improve the organizational behavior and design of FirstCare Health Plans under the project sponsorship of Stacy Salee. My role in this consultation will be to analyze the company's current situation and evaluate where FirstCare would like to ultimately be after the appropriate steps have been implemented. FirstCare Health Plan's inception was 1985 in Amarillo, Texas. It is now owned by Covenant Health and Hendrick Health Systems, with the majority owner being Covenant Health System. FirstCare now employs about 250 individuals, with a corporate office in Austin, Texas, and other offices in cities such as Waco, Amarillo, and Lubbock. The current market we serve in is Central and West Texas. However, FirstCare's licensure encompasses Texas, New Mexico, and Louisiana. This report consists of 3 parts, with the first part being a strategic assessment. First, our environment. For FirstCare, I chose to rate the unpredictability at a 5 and the complexity at a 5, as it entails healthcare, which is both highly unpredictable and complex. For the unpredictability, as we see pricing such as things as drugs, medical equipment, etc., is almost impossible as the healthcare is so dynamic. One of the biggest impacts FirstCare saw last year was the extravagant price of the hepatitis C drug that hit every area of the healthcare market. While some were able to react quicker than others, FirstCare's reaction time to the escalated prices was dismal. Regarding complexity, healthcare might be the most complex sector in the nation and possibly the world. People in the U.S. must obtain an advanced degree, most often to assist in the navigation of our healthcare system. Healthcare and health insurance are so complex that we have an entire department for compliance and regulation at FirstCare. With our high unpredictability and complexity, one thing that FirstCare is lacking is fast decision making. A turbulent environment requires a firm to have a large and fast information processing capacity, so that the firm can choose quickly among alternative courses of action for the organization. FirstCare, however, sometimes makes a decision quick, yet changes its mind, many times creating a whirlwind of possible problems with daily changes. With this turbulent environment, FirstCare finds itself in almost daily. FirstCare is going to need to make some major changes if it wants to compete with its competitors. The company has to be accredited by certain agencies and affiliations to be able to be in the insurance business, with a couple of these agencies being Texas Department of Insurance and the NCQA, which is National Committee for Quality Assurance. Due to our accreditations and aforementioned information, FirstCare lies in Quadrant D and always focus on effectiveness and efficiency. FirstCare puts a huge emphasis on keeping our human power limited to the bare minimum while creating the best insurance product for its customers. With regards to FirstCare's goals, I rated FirstCare a rating on 4 of efficiency and a 4 on effectiveness. Most executives want to obtain the right balance between efficiency and effectiveness, and almost everyone agrees a modern organization should focus on both dimensions. With that quote in mind, FirstCare is on the right track to success. Regarding FirstCare's geographical approach, I rated it as a high on local responsive and low on optimal sourcing, which makes it a multi-domestic configuration. The multi-domestic organization customizes operations to specific countries or regions, offering unique products or services to meet local preferences. Work is organized to exploit local opportunities, especially the cultural, political, and geographic opportunities associated with a given local. Yes, FirstCare has a licensure in New Mexico and Louisiana, but focuses on its West Texas market. Like the divisional configuration, the multi-domestic approach to structuring work supports growth via exploration of new products and services. FirstCare has recently joined the marketplace as an initiative to the Affordable Care Act of 2010, among other things, such as finding its way into the New Mexico market in the near future. Structures for knowledge exchange can help the organization increase its information capacity. That is, the amount of information that the organization can process. With that being said, FirstCare takes our knowledge and stores it on servers within our corporate offices and through other services off-site, like those used that Amazon sells to companies looking for cheap, manageable data space. A major challenge for the distributed organization is to structure so as to minimize efficiency and effectiveness of knowledge exchange. Configuring your organization for knowledge exchange is important because how you design for exchange will affect other aspects of your organization's design, especially design coordination and control systems. I truly believe that FirstCare is aware of this, as they were found to be a highly IT-infused company, with their virtualization ranking a little under 3 out of the 1 to 5 scale. Via computer technology, events and processes are made visible and measurable, making redesign and customization of work possible. With FirstCare having their largest department IT, they fully understand the functionality of IT in today's world and the efficiency it creates when they currently have thousands of customers needing things such as correspondence monthly. With strategy, FirstCare's mission is as stated: to provide our customers access to high quality, affordable healthcare through strong partnerships in the communities we serve. With that being FirstCare's mission statement, I do not see any misfits with the company and where they would like to be as a company. The company does its best to keep prices affordable and make their customer support accessible through many means of communication and almost 24/7 service. FirstCare is partnered with Covenant Health, Hendrick Health, BASA Health System, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Service, Children's Health Insurance Program, Lubbock Chamber of Commerce, Navitas Health Solutions, PHCS, Providence Healthcare, and Texas HHSC. The company does not like partners to keep each other reliable for care and the customers in its market healthy. The competing value framework is broken down in the Cameron text as value creation and techniques for application of the values. A major reason that people are employed is because the benefits they produce for their organization exceed the cost of the organizations of producing those benefits. Viewed from this perspective, people are value creators in organizations when the value of what they generate exceeds the value of what they consume. They create value when they increase the flow of benefits being produced for organizations and their constituencies, or when they reduce the amount of resources being consumed to produce those benefits. These benefits are what make us, the workers, beneficial to employers and consumers alike. Without the worker, the company would not be able to be as profitable, therefore making the human working hour more and more meaningful as the company makes more revenue. The aforementioned techniques for application are what employers are wanting to hear about. Yeah, employees are valuable, but I want to see everyday applications to your thoughts, said the employer. Well, how about this? Statistical analysis revealed that the ranking assigned to firms based on the competing values framework display a contemporaneous correlation of about 74% with the market value to book value ratios of these firms. Thus, the competing values framework correlates more highly with stock market valuation than any other measure of which we are aware. As math, writing, and any other fundamentals of education have principles or basics, the competing values framework does as well. Ironically enough, the competing values framework even borrows two concepts from economics, which are concavity and convexity. Whereas value creation is an inherently dynamic process and optimal roles are constantly evolving, two basic conditions can be identified that highlight fundamental principle of value creation. Number one, a condition when the rules of value creation are known and defined clearly. And number two, a condition when change is dynamic, unpredictable, and rules of value creation are being formulated in real time. Judging value creation is very different between the two conditions. In the first condition, value creation is judged on the basis of well-defined metrics over a relatively short time horizon. In the second condition, value creation is judged on the basis of evolving and perfectly understood metrics over relatively long time horizons. The competing values framework excels at providing guidance to leaders for managing concavity and convexity, making relative trade-offs on competing criteria, and offering benchmarks against which to compare performance. It predicts both current and future market performance and it can provide organizations with prescriptions regarding the areas in which investment of time and resources should be made. Because the framework measures both performance and capability, it represents a new approach to assessing value creation as well as providing a blueprint for creating future value. The current preferred culture. How might the current preferred culture be conveyed easily? The organizational culture assessment instrument has been found influential in guiding leaders to their company or department in the right direction. When using the OCAI, the participant is asked to divide 100 points over 4 alternatives that correspond to the 4 culture types, according to the present organization. This method measures the mix of or extent to which one of the 4 culture types dominates the present organizational or team culture. By taking the test a second time, this time dividing the 100 points over the same alternatives according to what the test taker would like to see in the company, the desire for change can be measured. Test takers will judge the 6 dimensions of their organization, which are the dominant characteristics, the organizational leadership, the management of employees, the organizational glue, the strategic emphasis, and the criteria of success. From Quinn and Cameron's extensive research, it was found that most organizations have developed a dominant culture style. An organization rarely has one culture type. Often there is a mix of the 4 organizational types. Conflicting with the competing values framework may be because by the fact that the values and the corresponding organizational cultures compete with each other. This is because organizations can spend their money, attention, and time only once. The competing values framework is depicted utilizing spider graphs. To the left of the graph, the organization is internally focused, and to the right, the organization is externally focused. There are 4 different culture types, which are clan, adhocracy, market, and hierarchy culture. The clan culture leader is a facilitator, mentor, and a team builder. The value drivers are commitment, communication, and development. The theory for effectiveness is human development and participation produce effectiveness. The adhocracy culture's leader type is an innovator, entrepreneur, and a visionary. The value drivers are innovative outputs, transformation, and agility. The theory for effectiveness is innovativeness, vision, and new resources produce effectiveness. The market culture's leader type is a hard driver, competitor, and a producer. The value drivers are market share, goal achievement, and profitability. The theory for effectiveness is aggressive competition and customer focus produce effectiveness. And lastly, the hierarchy culture's leader type is a coordinator, monitor, and organizer. The value drivers are efficiency, punctuality, consistency, and uniformity. The theory for effectiveness is control and efficiency with appropriate processes produce effectiveness. To demonstrate how an employee takes the OCAI, I completed a survey online. Here are my results from my point of view, how I scored our company. Every employee might have a different view, but these visuals is how I would score our predominant culture. As you can see here, the largest preferred difference can be seen in clan culture with a decrease of 3.33 points. The focus on human capital will be a little less. Subsequently, adhocracy culture with an increase of 3.33 points can be more focused on our innovation. Hierarchy culture increases with 2.5, and market culture increases with 2.5 as well. The dominant culture in the preferred situation remains market culture, followed by adhocracy culture, clan culture, and hierarchy culture. Cameron and Quinn stick to the principle that urgent action is required if the difference is higher than or equal to 10 points. This is not the case here. As shown in the above spider graph, our market culture scored the highest at 35 points. Clan culture scored 30, adhocracy 20, and hierarchy at 15. There's not much difference here between the preferred culture and what the culture is now making FirstCare a strong, overall cultural organization. What culture change means